Hello, welcome to Food Market Gypsy TV. Howdy, I'm Chef Susie Norris, and today we are making Eggs Benedict. Why, you may wonder, because it's Mother's Day, and what mom doesn't like Eggs Benedict? I know I do. And I've got my crew behind me, Jesse and Stephanie. Hello, you're gonna help me, and I think you guys might be interested in some Eggs Benedict. Am I wrong? All right. Here's what we need. We need lemons. I am lucky. I have a lemon tree in my yard here in LA, and these are all from my tree. And I also save the seeds as we go, and so I just want this to go on forever. Lemons from the grocery store or farmer's market are fine, no problem. We have English muffins. We have eggs. We're going to make a very lemony hollandaise sauce. We are going to make Canadian bacon. We are going to make poached eggs. Layer those all up, serve it with fruit salad, and that is going to be our morning Mother's Day brunch item, okay? We might even drink it with a little champagne. I don't know. We're thinking about it. See how things go. First thing to do, we're gonna juice the lemons. I happen to love this thing. Any way you juice lemons is fine with me, but I'm going this way. You put these in upside down. It's kind of counterintuitive. And squeeze them. And you want this to move fairly quickly, so I have kind of an assembly line approach. Squeeze it, dump it, and I really do save those seeds. I know, it sounds corny, but hey, if you have a backyard, you might as well have a lemon tree. If you have an electric juicer, that's fine. If you have, you can do this with an old-fashioned kind of a dowel-like juicer. I'll show you another way to do it. I'm all about choices. If we had a little strainer, which I think I don't, okay, we're gonna do it without a strainer because, you know, I'm like that. What I don't want is for the seeds to go down into my very pristine lemon juice. So I'm gonna catch the seeds in here and squeeze with this hand. And when you have no tools, remember that you have two hands. And you can get a lot done with them. Okay. Just when you're in a pinch, right? If you just need to squeeze a lemon, nothing wrong with that. Okay, but we need a lot of lemon. I told you we need a lot of lemon. Most hollandaise sauces are mostly butter. My hollandaise sauce is mostly lemon, okay? I'm not saying that it's low fat. I'm not going there, but it is less fattening. It is much lighter. And it functions the same way as traditional hollandaise because we have egg yolks in it. Egg yolks are what binds it. We cook the egg yolks with lemon juice and a little butter. Don't get me wrong, there's a little butter in there, but not, you know, disgusting amounts. Okay, my lemon is ready. I'm now going to put this in a double boiler. You may not know what a double boiler is. Also known as a bain-marie. All it is, so simple, is a stainless steel bowl. This works. And a stainless steel pot with some water in it. That's it. I've got about 3 inches of water in there. Hot water, as you can see. And I put this over to make that snug. I don't want a whole lot of steam escaping. You can buy these, a double boiler, but all you need is that. This is both available in the grocery store, just so you know. Okay, the only thing that we need is a little butter, just to be ready, but I'm going to heat egg yolks and lemon juice. So let's talk about cracking an egg. This seems like a basic thing. It's not that basic. When I crack an egg, I want to go for a sharp surface, a sharp corner, and I want to give it a pretty good solid tap to get a good crack across the center. So what I did, I'm going to do that slow motion. I came over here, my egg is already cracked, and I held it up like this because I want to peel the top off so the eggshells don't get in there. I'm always trying to minimize my eggshells. We've got some in there. How do we get it out? I'll show you this trick if you can see it. I scoop it out. I scoop it out with the eggshell. Very effective. Okay, some of you say, I want to be able to crack an egg with one hand. So I don't like doing that, but I'm going to show you how. because, you know, I'm trying to make friends with you guys. I'm going to show you how to do it. Again, sharp surface, try and crack it hard enough so that it goes right in the center. And then I'll show you how it works if you don't do it that way. So I've done a couple, I can feel it cracking. Now I'm using my, very uncomfortable. I'm using my hand to separate it, make that crack bigger, and then I'll open it like that. Okay, oh, this is not a good way to do it. People think that's cool. I think it was an Audrey Hepburn movie or something where she learned how to crack an egg with one hand. Okay, I prefer two hands. I'm going to show you what happens if you go like this. You see people doing that little tap, tap, tap? Okay, fine. But then I'm having to dig in there and, okay, that one went okay. But sometimes you're going to get a lot more shell because you don't have a clean crack. We'll try one more softy. Like you're afraid of it. You're afraid. You'll find your style. To me, good hard crack, two hands, open it in there. Like so, okay? Now, these are the eggs we're gonna use for the hollandaise, and I only need the yolks. So how am I gonna get the yolks and the whites separated? Here's how. Very clean hands, we always work with very clean hands. And I am gonna pull that yolk out of the egg whites very gently and let it drip down a little bit and then transfer the yolk into a different bowl. Isn't that amazing? You let it just drip through your fingers. This works especially well if you need the yolks, and if you need the whites for something else, you can use it. If the yolk breaks into the whites, you don't want to use those for whipping egg whites. You want to, you know, we call them goldfish. They're little pieces of yolk in there. They basically pollute your egg whites if you're using those. But we're not using those today. All I care about is the yolks. And these are coming out very nicely. Okay, see that one's starting to go. It's starting to break. It broke into my egg white. No problem for my yolks. I'd fish that out if I were going to use these for baking later. But one thing at a time. Goodbye, egg whites. Thank you. You're done. Okay. So we have our yolks. We have our lemon juice. We're going to put them together on the double boiler. Oh, yes, we are. We're doing it. It's happening. I like to go in first with the lemon juice. Then the yolks. And we'll finish that with a little butter. We're going to go on medium heat. Medium heat. It takes a little while. This is a trick. You have to be very patient with the hollandaise. We're going to stir it and let it cook. We don't want it to burn. We don't want it to cook. You'll wind up with scrambled eggs if it cooks too fast. So we whisk it together and stir it really good. And then keep an eye on it. We keep an eye on it. We stir it occasionally after that. But we can do other things, right? We've got to do some Canadian bacon. We've got to heat the water for the poached eggs. And then let's talk about variations of Eggs Benedict. You've seen Eggs Florentine. You've seen classic Eggs Benedict. What about a spicy Eggs Benedict, like with hot sauce? You can do that too. Because you know, it's for your mom. You know what she likes. She might like one of those. Show you those options. Sizzling the bacon. We're going to have poached eggs go in here. And I want to show you this. Yes. These are amazing tools right here. These are specifically for poached eggs, so they're going to hold their shape. And I also put a little vinegar in there to help them coagulate so they're not running all over the place. We'll get you another close-up on that.
What kind of vinegar?
Ooh, I like to use rice wine vinegar, nice and light. And I'm taking care that my Canadian bacon doesn't burn. If you like regular bacon, you can use regular bacon. Canadian bacon is more classic. While I'm doing that, this is multitasking. Don't forget to stir. Don't forget to stir your hollandaise. Oh, and Jesse, my camera dude, pal, would you mind grabbing some butter out of the fridge? We used it all when we made sugar cookies. You might have some trouble finding it, actually. Okay, so we also have some spinach here. We can saute a little spinach if you like that idea of the Florentine. And I have a cool tool for that. It's called, oh, that's so nice, thank you. It's called mezzaluna, like this, and it's good for half moon, right? My linguists out there. This is for doing spinach, herbs, anything leafy that you want to break down gently. Okay, so we're ready with spinach. We're ready with butter. I do want to have this open and ready to go. And we'll be posting a recipe for you so you worry about all these measurements later. And it helps to just even go by eye. We're probably going to be doing about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter in this. And we did 5 lemons, 5 yolks. Now, I'm going to take this off the heat because I am sensing some eggs cooking here. This is good. You want to go right in with butter. Okay. Now, I'm feeling that we have enough heat, so I don't want to spend much more time on here. And we're probably going to have to strain this one because we've got, see, there's a bit of lump in there. There's a bit of lump, and we're probably going to strain that out because some of the egg might have cooked, might have coagulated, but we're going to soften it up with enough butter that we can still work with it. Gorgeous color, huh? All right, we're going to throw a little salt on it. Give it a taste. See how we're doing. Okay, tasting spoon. Where are you, tasting spoon? Here you are. Oh yeah, tastes like Mother's Day hollandaise. I'm feeling a little more need for lemon, so we're going to get into that. It's a creamy, heavy, wonderfully livened by lemon flavor. It's very rich. You saw we put a lot of egg yolks in there, and they have a lot of fat and minerals and content, right? Content, high content rich food. What we need for the bacon, it's just a little color. We're getting it. Oh yeah, we're getting it. That's cool. We got hot water going for our poached eggs, and it might be time to actually poach the eggs. My bacon is done enough. We're going to leave it in the pan and turn off the heat and let it continue to stay warm. It'll carry over cooking. It will do what we call carryover cooking a little bit. You don't want to burn it. So when I'm going with poachy like this, I take my eggs and I put them in a bowl and I pour them in. You can use a measuring cup also, or just a saucer. Let's see how we do this. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to take one at a time. And I'm also going to put a little rice wine vinegar in here. And that helps the eggs congeal. Just enough to give them a little acid. So one at a time into these little rings. They probably have a name, but I don't know what they're called. Egg poachers. See how that holds it all in there? Keeps it from spraying out a lot. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And by contrast, I'll show you what it's like if we don't use that. Tend to go, the whites go all the way out and then they come back, but you'll have a nicer, fuller look with that little gadget. It's worth it. A couple more. All right, last one. Oops. This one will go right in. I don't like to do it this way because what about my eggshell? What if that eggshell goes in there? Oh, shoo, we're okay that time. But that's why. You always kind of want to minimize eggshell risk. We make a little toast, then we layer it all up. What about plates? What about plates? We need to have a plate. It's Mother's Day, so you get the good stuff out. And you know, we don't use good stuff on holidays with the whole family. Go ahead for mom. Get it out. Mom, if it's you, do it for yourself. So the layers are, you have toasted muffins, toasted English muffins. Then you put on spinach if you're going to. Then you put on poached egg. Our eggs are poaching nicely. Here we go. I want you to see them. You can see it happening. Canadian bacon ready. Hollandaise ready. Now, lining it all up. You want your egg yolks to be cooked, of course. That sounds obvious, but how do you know when they're cooked? Well, you see this one on the left has got an opaque color now. That's one way to tell. You can throw a little water on there. Make sure they're getting it from the top all the way down. Bacon's ready, just keeping it warm. Hollandaise ready. Let's check it. Yep. I'm going to strain that because that's what I have to do. Okay, so we'll strain. If you have any lumps in that hollandaise, this is what you want. Strain it through. Our eggs will be ready, our toast will be ready, and we'll put it together. If the hollandaise is too thick for you, you can add a little water. I think I would tend to do that on this one. But you also want to keep an eye on those poachies. Those look almost there. It's about 2 to 3 minutes. Because you want them to be able to run over, right? That means our toast is ready. Okay. Now, assemblage. We have muffins, like so. We have poached eggs. We got to get them, from the pan to here. Let's do that. I'm scooping under there, and I'm going to let it drain just a bit. Ha! You can see that, right? There's still a little jiggle to that egg yolk, a little bit. You can see it's cooked because that bright yellow has gone and the egg has congealed, but there's still a little motion there. That's what I like, and it's my mother's day. Okay, so for my assembly, I'm going to show you over like this. We have the toast, the Canadian bacon, the egg, the hollandaise, I'm actually doing this left-handed. I'm really proud of myself right now. Thank you. The spoon is good. I like spoons. Let's do another one. If you like a Florentine, you could saute this spinach a little bit. You can saute it in a little butter, a little onion. You know this. Now we're improvising. Okay. So you could do a little. I'm going to put mine on raw. You can. This also makes a nice garnish. You can use bacon or no bacon. I could put hot sauce in here. Remember, you have a lot of creative freedom. We go back in hollandaise. Oh, I forgot my egg. You have to have an egg in Eggs Benedict. That's a one thing. I'm going to insist. Who doesn't want to stay? Starting to look good, right? Mm-hmm. There. And I would serve this with a little fruit on the side. I'm going to reach that and show you a serving suggestion. Oh, I just did what I never do. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm in here. Little garnish. You've gone to all this work. Don't forget your garnish. I'm doing a fresh chive. A little spinach on this one. Okay, find a little spinach on that one too. Little fruit salad. And you know what else? A little champagne for Mom, right? Clean up your plate. Here we have Eggs Benedict for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, all you moms. Cheers.